parents' names will be happy so that we can correspond. So please, like I said, you started learning this JHS stuff. It's been 3 years now, right? You'll be learning a lot of the time to get in-depth understanding of the course. Am I lying? Has it been difficult or easy trying to understand everything in the cell? Has it been difficult or easy? I can't hear. It's been difficult. So what are some of the things that have made it difficult? Just a few questions. What are some of the things that have made it difficult? Slow. Is it the number of things you are learning? Is it the words? What is making it a bit challenging? What is making it difficult for you to think? Yes. She said it's something like math have a lot of comments, so you might mix them up. There's any other, maybe one other answer in that video. Any other? Why the JHS level? Why do you feel it's been difficult? Try to work your way to understanding. Is it the way it's being taught? Is it that it's a lot? I just want to have a picture of what's in your mind. Yes. Anyone? Yes, I want us to start the rapport before we get it. Anyone? Yes. It's a lot. Okay. Good. So now you've been learning for that period. This is what we are going to do now. Right now, we're going to help you to learn to remember. Does that make sense? Your teachers have been doing a lot to help you to understand the course over the 3 years. And for some reason, it's not been easy. Now we're going to switch from learning to understand to learning to do what? Learning to remember, which is one of the most important things that you need now. So you've been learning for 3 years to understand the course. Now how many months do we need to learn to remember? So we're going to use how many months? And it starts from when? When is it? What period does the 3 months cover? It starts from when? It starts from this month. So February, March, and what? April. So please, this book is going to last with you from February, March, and what? April. It's going to be like your companion. Are you with me? And then exercise book that you buy. So the first thing, like I said, is for us to divide the exercise book into 10 equal parts. You can just look. That's the first thing. That's the first assignment I want you to do. One, get an exercise book. It's very simple. On our pathway to mastering how to remember. And the first thing, so you can write DHM puzzle, smart memory master. The first thing is to get your exercise, and then we are going to break the exercise into how many parts? 10 parts. All you have to do is get a full at the beginning of each part, dedicated to that particular part. Are you with me? So that's what we're going to do. So is that difficult to do? Yes. So once that is done, now we have to get into the subjects. Each of the subjects. What are we going to do in each of the 10 different parts? That's the question, right? Isn't that the question? So now we look here. Can you see from afar? If you don't mind, you can even draw the or so what do you see here? It's a Venn diagram. What do you see here? What do you see there? So that's the green part. That's what? What do you see here? Numbers. How many subjects are you reading? How many subjects are you going to write? 10. Okay. But in actuality, you are writing only 2 subjects. So the subject, all the 10 subjects that you are writing, they all relate to two things. Your use of what? Words and your use of what? Numbers. So we're going to master this art of using words and numbers. So right now in your mind, you should feel a little relief. We are squeezing the 10 courses into what? 2 courses. Now, most people have a wrong idea about the courses. So for example, where will you place English? Here, right? And where will you place math? Towards the number side. Yes, but this is wrong. Why am I saying that? So if you take your exam, your mock exam paper, okay? If you count the number of words in the mock paper, take the maths paper, and you count the number of words in the maths paper, and the number of digits in the maths paper, which one are more? Which one are more? Is it the words or the digits? The digits are more. Okay, we can put it to the test. You have your paper here. You have your paper there? Yes. This is math, right? So if I start counting the words as opposed to the actual digits, which one do you have exceeding the other? The words. So please, to pass your BEC in all the 10 subjects, this is what you must remember. They are going to test your use of words more than your use of numbers. Even in what? Even in math. So how many of you enjoy reading or are able to comprehend when you read? Let me see that. Because that is going to affect this 3 months period that we're going to run. So I'm going to be with you guys. Of course, we're going to meet 3 times like English, right? But after that, of course, I've interacted with a lot of your parents. So I'll still be with you, checking up on you and what exactly you are doing over this course until you write. Are you with me? But the 2 things we are going to master is our use of words and our use of numbers. That is it. So for every subject, you have to get the mastery over the words and the numbers. So we're going to start. I won't waste any time. So the first thing we're going to do, I think I have my so please let's draw this Venn diagram to start. Let's draw this Venn diagram. Let's start by drawing. Please, these things that you are seeing here, they are called tables of specification. Just write TOS. So this one is the TOS Venn diagram, okay? What is the TOS what? Venn diagram. So we're drawing the TOS Venn diagram. Now the TOS Venn diagram causes you to understand that all the 10 subjects that you are doing, you are squishing them into how many parts? 2. So your control of the words and your control of numbers. How many of you know that there are numbers in English language? How many of you know? That's another thing students don't know. So for example, you can be asked to describe a recipe. How many of you know what a recipe is? Of preparing something. How do you measure? How do you describe the measures? You describe them in numbers, right? But in fractions. Am I wrong? So give me a description, a number description in words. Like you're making a recipe. Cups of sugar, cups of flour. This is a purely English essay you can be asked to write. So give me a word description that you can use when you are dealing with recipes. Like a sugar, like a cup of sugar. So how many cups of sugar may you need? 2 cups. How about fractions? So that's whole numbers. How about fractions? The enter fractions. How can you describe cups of sugar in terms of fractions? Half a cup. But in English, you wouldn't have to write it as 1/1. How do you write it? In what? So please, do you understand how numbers can appear in English language? Yes. And also, all the 10 subjects, 90% of it is made up of what? All the 10 subjects, 90% of it is made up of what? Words. Because that's what I want you to know. You can note that somewhere under there. That for the 10 subjects that you are writing, 90% of it are in words. This means that, right, we have to master the control of words. Master the control of words. For the 10 subjects, we need to master the control of words. So please, what you have drawn here is the wrong idea that most students want. Most students want. Wrong idea that most students want. That's why I'm illustrating. Most people relegate English to words, maths, numbers. So when they are going into the maths paper, all they are thinking of is the number that they are going to see. They don't realize that 90% of it, 90% of it is really just words. Now that we know that 90% of it is really just words, which part do you think we should attack now? Which one do you think we should start attacking now? Yes, excellent. I mean, for the 10 subjects, all the 10 subjects, 90% of their content are words. So where should we attack? As you are going to sit down to take the example, which of the two groups should you attack? Do you attack it from numbers or do you attack it from the words? Yes, so we attack all the courses from the what? The words side. Even which one? Even maths. It might look like it's a difficult concept to understand, but that is the trick. Are you with me? That is the trick. So a lot of the times, we're going to learn how to do that. So if you draw this one, we'll waste time here, we'll jump here. So just 3 things we are doing. Then we just go to active work. So the first one, have you made all the necessary notes on this? So a recap of this is what? That most people have the wrong perception. That what? Over here. Most people have the wrong perception that what? When it comes to the TOS for the subject, this one. We said that most people have the wrong perception that what? That maths is predominantly numbers. How you control numbers is going to make you pass. And a lot of people also think that English has no word. English is just writing words. But that is also a wrong idea. So have we corrected this idea? Now let's go on to, so from here and here, you're going to see that we're going to focus on words, how you break words down. So the first thing, let's enter this table. So you may need to draw a line. This, where we're going now is separate from what we're just done. So you may need to draw a line. If there's still more space, you may need to draw a line to separate this. So this is the table of specification for the subject. TOS for the what? Subject. TOS for the subject. Table of specification for the subject. Yes, as for what you've drawn, just keep it at the back of your mind. Anytime you're entering the exam. And you can see from even what we just did. The experiment we just did. So we are going to focus on the words. The numbers would follow suit. So how many fingers do you have? Like the last time I did, how many fingers do you have? Now what percentage, how many of them are predominantly words? If these are the 10 fingers that are appearing in the exam, how many of them are words? 9. How many of them are numbers? Just 1. So it goes back to the point, your control of what? Words. You determine how you can answer the word. Yes, the whole subject. So please now, we are done with the subject TOS. Now let's come to the what? Topic table of specification. So now let's go to the top, the one from the top. So just draw a line to separate whatever you've written. We are going now into the work proper. So for each of the for each of the subjects that the spaces that you left for the subjects, please, all of them will have this table, this one. All of them have what? Each one have its what? Table of specification for the what? For the topic. Good. So write down all the subjects that you are reading. I'm going to give you an assignment. Now you have to write down all the subjects that you are going to be writing. Right now, there are 10. I know there are 10. So just 5 here, maybe 5 there. Maybe, I think it's 4 core, right? And 6 electives. So you can write maybe 5 of them this way, 5 of them that way. As quickly as you can. Please, so our motto is that we are, I know you've learned to remember, I said, but the motto is we are learning, you've learned to understand for 3 years. Right now we are learning to what? Yes. Learning to remember, so that when you stand anywhere, you can think, oh, I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that. This is how this is done, this is how this is done, this is how that is done. That's our goal for this class. Please always keep the Venn diagram at the back of your head. The Venn diagram, the subject Venn diagram at the back of your head. And another thing is that what we are doing does not change your normal learning. Okay? You are going to learn normally, as you normally do. But we are going to add this to the learning process. For the next what? How many days? 90 days. I'm going to take 30 minutes from you in the morning and 30 minutes from you before you what? You sleep. 30 minutes from you when you what? Wake up, and 30 minutes when you sleep. So when you wake up, I need 30 minutes of your time. Before you sleep, 30 minutes of your time. But in between, learn in your normal, what you are used to. Are you with me? So we're going to use this book for that 30 minutes when you wake and 30 minutes when you sleep. So let's watch out for exactly what we do. So have you written a 10? And add equal sign to each of them. Equal sign. Add equal sign to each of them. So what I mean is after the subject equal to, yes. Now the reason I'm doing that is I want you to get some information for me. We need the exact number of substrands that you're doing. Are you with me? And I learned that with the new curriculum you have from Form 1, first and second term, third term, you carry the same topics along, right? Until you get to Form 3. So I want to know, for Form 1, it means you do the same number of topics in Form 2, right? Same number of topics in Form 3, and it goes along like that. So I want to know the exact number of topics that you do for each of your courses. You don't have that information now, but do you have that information? Do you have your maths textbooks that we can quickly draft that? Anybody with the maths textbook around that we can jump into that? Anybody? You have your maths textbook. So what we are going to do is that if we need 5 columns, you have this, right? That's my plan. Is it for all 3? Or this basic 9? Which is Form 3. And it covers so do we have one basic 8 here? Just to compare. Do we have one basic 8? Now, in your use of the basic 8 book, are they the same topics? Are they the same topics? Can someone get the basic 8 book for us from somewhere? You know someone you can get it from? Your brother? Can you? We just want to run a comparison so that we are sure. Okay? So we need to know the exact number. So as I have here, we have, I'm major what? Blocks. So it means you don't need to draw the 25, 25. Okay? But what I want to know is whether for form 2, you also have what? 11 major blocks that fit this bill. Does that make sense? You didn't bring it. No problem. But can you get me that information? Can you get that information when you go home? Do you have a little book that I can get that information from? So please, this is what we're going to do. So we want to know whether they are the exact topics. But I think you have the basic 8. It's just the last time was basic 9. It was basic 8. So check to see whether it runs. Excellent. So please, yeah, so she has the basic 8 there, right? But we have the basic 9. And it's the same headings. The same heading. So what it means is that let's draft. What we want to do is draft. We need 5 columns. But how many rows will cover the 11? We need 5 columns. But how many rows will cover the 11? 5. We need 5 columns. How many rows do we need to cover the 11? How many rows do you think will cover the 11? We have 5 columns. How many rows cover the 11 different? Like it's a math question actually, if you think about it. We have 5 columns. How many rows do we need to cover the 11 different blocks? Yeah, 3, yes. Because 2 will get only up to what? 10, right? Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to just get a 5 by what? 3 grid system. So let's create a 5 by 3 grid system. So 1, 2, 3, and then 5 columns. Let's do that. And the goal, remember, what you're creating is a map. And so it should be big enough so that you can see what you're writing into. It shouldn't be too small. Can you what? So the last one, right? Which is the last one. Okay, we are going to place it here. We are going to place it, instead of placing it at the beginning, or you just want to make it line so that it looks like a T. Okay, that looks like a T. So just draw a grid. Just draw 5 columns, and then 3 rows. 5 columns and 3 rows. But big enough, so you can draw it. Big enough. We are going to write the names of the topics in each of the boxes. So that's what I'm saying. It needs to be big enough. Big enough for the names of the topics. We're going to do that for maths. So when you go home, you repeat that for the other subjects. So as we proceed, you realize that your mind will keep coming back to this table. Are you with me? And your mind will keep coming back to this table. In fact, I will, at some point in time, I'll be quizzing you about which topics exist in this column, which topics exist here, which topics are here, which topics are here. So your mind will keep coming back to the same specific group of words. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that you are not confused in the exam room. That is the purpose for this arrangement. So we are organizing everything you are doing, from how you learn to how you map the courses out in your mind, to even how to answer. We'll come to the answer block very soon. The answer block, and then I have some special mock papers for you. But you don't need to worry. You've been writing mock over and over again, right? So I'm not going to stress you. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring our next meeting, I'll bring the mock papers. They are maths mock papers, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. Each question, we're going to take each question and break it down to see how you will attack the math questions, or essentially all the other courses when you get the questions in the BC, on the BC. Does that make sense? So please, the BC, you have started writing it now. What you're doing right now is the BC. Everything you are doing right now, when on the BC day, your mind will come back to this picture you are drawing. This picture you are drawing. So this one is too small to complete the ones that you're doing. So we have, see our friend here, you see? Because on the BC day, your mind will come back to this same block. And your mind will go to specific regions of them. When they ask specific questions, you know this question comes from this region. Does that make sense? So please, I want everybody to, today's task, we want to get this done well, like this, look at this. As big as you can. I only have a bigger one here. So she has done it even bigger. To capture, yes, we're going to write a few things, a few necessary things inside there. Remember, we said that the course is 90% what? 90% words. So how you play with the words matter. Are you with me? How you play with the words matter. Are you done with yours? If you're done, just raise your hand and I'll see whether you're done. Good. So what we want to do is we are going to start directly with the maths. Please, we are going to write out. So number them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And put the 11th one here, right? Just the 11th one in the middle there. Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to mention them to you. So the first one is number enumeration system. So that's box 1. Number enumeration system. We're writing them here. Number enumeration system. Block 1. Number enumeration system. Number enumeration system. And the second one is number operation. The second one is number operation. No, it goes up, down, like that. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right? So up, down, up, down, up, down, down. I think we should do it like that, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's getting confusing. What? I'm saying 1. Have you all seen here? 1. Then what? Then, like I said, we go 5, right? 6, and then 7, then 8, 9, 10, 11. We can vary it, okay? But I'm mentioning it to you, so write it in the order that I've mentioned. It's important that we all have the same map. It's important that we all have the same map. So we've written 1, the next one is number operations. Number operations will be under it. Number operations is under it. Then the next one is fractions, decimals, and percentages. That will be at the top. Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Nice. Please, have you captured it? You've not captured it. The table, we've not drawn a table. The table. Please, what I'm saying is, this is the beginning of the BEC paper. Everything you are writing is how you are going to treat the material when you get a question. Everything, your handwriting, how you are drawing the lines, everything you are doing, this is how you are going to attack the BEC paper. And that's why I'm saying that for these past 90 days, or for these 3 months, everything you write down is what you're going to do on the exam. So please, like I said, we just have 1 hour, okay? So within this 1 hour, we are going to make sure every little thing, every full stop, every comma, every dot has to be mapped out. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like everything, think of it like someone's wedding day. How do they plan it? They plan it to the very what? To their very what? They plan from the head to where? To their what? To what? Tell me. And you'll be to there. And to what? To the, yeah, to the brim. But what are specific things? Some the color, right? The color of the what? Of the day. So everything has to be marked out. Everything has to be marked out. And that's exactly what we're doing. Have you got the third one? So the first one, oh, you got the third one. And percentage. Fractions, decimals, and percentage. Fractions, decimals, and percentage. Please, have you done that? Fractions, decimals, and percentages. Have you done that? Then the next one is ratio and proportions. Next one is ratio and proportions. Next one is ratio and what? Remember, it means they have the same topic appears in Form 1, Form 2, and what? Form 3. Is that correct? Question? Any question? Any question? The next one is what? Patterns and relations. The next one is patterns and relations. Patterns and what? Relations. Patterns and what? Relations. Do you have that? That's number what? 5. Then algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. So our next meeting, I'll bring, like I said, I'll bring what? That is the BC paper that your seniors wrote when they gave those who are in Form 1 now, in SS. They wrote another BC paper in SS. So I'll bring it back for you to see how we can dismantle that. Are you with me? If you're able to do that one, oh, then it means that you are ready. You get it? But we're going to be using the focus on the words, attacking all the what? The words in the course. So, and are you done with algebraic expressions? So variables, equations, and inequalities. Variables. That is that one will come into the third one, right? 1, 2, 3. That one will come down to the third one. Variables, what? Equations and what? Variables, equations, and inequalities. Do you have that done? Variables, equations, yes. Handwriting, please. I'm just checking your handwriting, everything. How you draw the lines, all those things. You are going to use these skills on the BCD. Yes. 7 what? So don't worry about the number. So it's like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just do the 7. Because it's 11. 11 is an odd number. So we want to make the middle be how many? 7 is an odd number. 11 is an odd number. So we just want the middle side to be how many? So then you have 4 here, and then what? 4 there. Then the middle is what? 3. It will be a picture in your mind that on the BC day, I hope you can see what we're doing. On the BC day, this picture will be in your mind. As you sit down and you're attacking the math paper, oh, talking about the central region. This question is from the central region. Okay, this question is from this side, from this side. Okay, this one, these are the words that we need to attack here. Do you understand how we are progressing in this course? Yes. These words lead to these formulas. So that is the approach. So let's go. So let me know if all of you, please, like I said, free hands. No. So you're presenting information to your parents on how the course is going. So you need to rewrite the whole thing again, okay? Rewrite everything again. Yes, you have to, with ruled lines. Like I said, I'm saying, whatever you're doing right now is what you're going to do well. So no free hands. No free hands. Everything, no, you continue. But you will repeat everything again. Because you're going to show it to your parents as to what we are doing or what we did today. So is that done? The 7 done. Let's go on to the next one is what? 8. 8 is geometry and measurements. 8, geometry and measurements. 8 is geometry and measurements. Geometry and measurements. think geometry and measurements is the main heading. I think I made a mistake. So it's shapes and spaces, or shapes and space. That's it. Shapes and space. I think geometry and measurement is the main heading. I repeat. So fractions, ratio, proportions, patterns, algebraic expressions, variables, then shapes and space. Yeah. If you can just squeeze it inside there somewhere, you can cancel what is there and squeeze it inside there. Sorry about that. I read the main heading for you. Shape and space. Shape and space. Shape and space. After shape and space, we have measurements. After shape and space, you have what? Measurements. Shape and space, you have measurements. Shape and space, you have measurements. And after that, you have position and transformation. Position and transformation. Position and transformation. Position and transformation. And then you have data. 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 Yes, data. Is that 11? Or that's okay, so I think there's a number 12. That's the probability of dependent events. So you just write that. Just add it to the next one. The next one. It will be an outlier. The next one. Probability of what? Dependent events. Probability of dependent events. Probability of dependent events. So please, now quickly, let's do a topic attack right now. Let's do a topic attack right now. Let's jump into it. So everybody close your books. Let's do a topic attack. We come to the vocabulary attack. We are going to break it down into levels. So close your book and let's do a topic attack. So I'm going to ask you what is in the central part of, what are the central topics? What are those on the extreme end? What are those here? It's just a simple trick of what? Memory. You understand what I'm saying? But you need to visualize it. You need to visualize what you have just done. So is it closed? Is it closed? Is it closed? Is it closed? Okay, but let's label it. So the middle part, right at the top, central. So that we can. Let's write at the top. So before we start the topic attack. Please, we'll come to topic attack, we'll come to vocabulary attack, we'll attack the vocabulary, then we'll come to formula attack. Are you with me? And we are attacking it from at once, like that. So the central part is the middle part is the central topics. Then there's the eastern topics. Can you see? The eastern topics are this one. These ones. Then there's a what? Western topics. Then there's mid what? Eastern topics. And there's what? Mid what? So if you look at it, it follows the fingers of your what? So this one is which one? The central topics. Okay, and this one is what? This. Excellent. Please, like I said, this is all memory. It's learning to what? I know you understand. Your teachers, even if you don't understand, at least you get some of the things your teachers were trying to do. Right now, it's about learning 90 days. 90 days is about learning to do what? Remember. It has got nothing to do with learning to understand at this point. You have 3 years to do the understanding. You get it? If you sit down today, now I'm trying to understand, on that day, it will blow in your face. It will be too many for you to what? Remember. So right now, we are starting learning to remember. So, are you ready for the topic attack? Are you ready for the topic attack? Like I said, the meeting is starting today. On that day, any question you see, you should first attack the topic. Where is this question coming from? Which topic is it coming from? Then you go on to the next one, this topic. What are the vocabularies there? Then the next one. What are the formulas that work with? Then the next one, what are the applications? Who is using this way? Do you understand how this is building up? So let's close it quickly. I know you remember. You will remember. Yes, quick. Memory. Let's go. You will remember. Let's go. So shut it. So here. So the center of someone give me the center of just give it to me. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Yes, let's go. Don't worry, if someone can help there, complete it, yes. Do you agree with them or with them? So let's state it again. What did they say? Yeah. What? Wow. Okay. So over here, again, the third person, the central topics again. Can someone bring out the central topics again? Topic attack. Let's go. Topic attack. It looks like it's a game, but that is how you need to treat the VEC. Like it's a what? It's a game. You're playing a game with you. The game is, can you? So when a question comes in front of you, the first thing is topic attack. This question, can I attack the topic is coming from? So the central topics again. Yes, you are a group now. It's just 1, 2, 3. You are actually a okay, nice. Now let's go to let's change it now. So let's go to the Eastern topics. The Eastern topics. Okay, Eastern topics. Data handling. Any other of the Eastern topics? Position and you know there was one last one that gave us a problem. That the number 12. Which one was that? Excellent. So there's the data probability, and then there was the last one. Which one was that? There was shift and space, right? You see, okay, I'm not even able to keep up with you. See, you are remembering. That's the good thing. So again, it's what? The Eastern Bloc. I like the way that you are laughing through it. Please, you see, you are building a good emotion that is going to push, is going to lock your memory. That is one of the things that is learning system. The emotion you build through the game, it's like you're playing a game, it's going to lock the information in your mind. I repeat. So right now, I think you get the trick. So the next time I come, I'll do a topic attack again. By that time, you shouldn't have any problem with the topic. I repeat. And the next thing we have to go on to is we have to develop this same table. This time, we're not going to write anything in it. We're going to do a word attack. We are going to attack all the words inside the whole book, like that, in one table. So your job is this. You remember I said how many words do you have? The subject is dense with what percentage of words? 90%. Nice. So let's say each one is 10. Each figure is 10. So how many words do we need to pay attention to? 9. So what you are going to do for me is this. Hello. For every one of those boxes, hello, you are going to redraw. Let's create another space to redraw. This time is the vocabulary attack. So there's a topic attack, but this one you will complete it where? At home. But this is what you are going to do. You are going to write nine words. In English, I'll say 9 nouns. Now is a what? What is a noun? Do you think we can find nouns in maths? No. Yes. You see, that's the trick. That is this problem of not seeing the English in the maths and the maths in the English is is what comes to bite a lot of students. Does that make sense? So for every topic, please, I need you to write me 9 keywords that you discover from just flipping through. What are the 9 words you should not forget? Does that make sense? We're going to use it the next time we come around. So next time we're going to do what are the attack moves. And so we'll do a what attack? Of course, we start off with a subject attack. We attack the subject into how many parts? Then we attack the topics into how many parts? Maths specifically. We attack it into how many parts? 12 parts. And for the 12 parts, you should visualize the 12 systems. You are attacking all of them at the same time. Does that make sense? Then for the 12 topics, like I said, each box will have how many words? Each one will have how many words? 9. But the last one will not be a word. It will be what? It will be a number. But guess what? There's only, not maybe a number, but there's only one mathematical operator that we use in maths, at least at your level. Do you know that operator? Without that operator, nothing works. Who knows that operator? That is the last thing we add to the word. So we're going to consider 9 words and 1 operator. What operator is that? The equals. Who's that? Who's that? Give it up. Give it up for everyone. Please, no matter how the situation is, please, are you writing your names for me? Yes, sir. Please, no matter how the situation is, I want to show you how English can. Do you think you have equal sign in the English language? Do you have the equal sign in the English language? Maybe. So please, this is it. So Kofi is boy. Why is the equal sign? There's the equal sign here. Those are one word. This is the equal sign. Is. Now the funny thing is, this is like a seesaw, and the equal sign is the point of equality. The point that everything here is the same as what? Does that make sense? Yes. So most people do not see maths in what? But this is the maths of English. So I can simply change to V to K is equal to, and I can give boy a figure. I can say let boy represent the number of letters in this thing. And it's what? 3. K is equal to 3. So I'm just helping you to understand the complexity that we are breaking the whole course into what? And but the words are connected to there, and the numbers are connected to there. Yes. So you need to know the systematic attack, how you attack them. So you have to attack it from the weaker point of the course, which is not the number. If you go straight to the number side, you will find it what? Difficult. So you have to start from the what? Word side. Now the word side, because most people have a problem with reading, when they take the maths book, they skip the words and go straight to the what? The formula. And they start using the word. But the problem is that the meaning inside the formula is coming from the what? I'm just showing you this. This is what I'm doing to help you see it. So, what part of speech is the equal sign? Part of speech is the equal sign. Give it up for her. It's the auxiliary verb. You understand? So take note of this relationship between words and number and English and maths. They are all connected. So please, are you ready for the vocabulary attack? So the vocab attack is this. Please, before you come to the next class, I need another table like this. Just like this. But this time, it will be 9 words from the particular that topic. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just open to the first one. Let's take an example. Number enumeration. So you know number enumeration starts from a certain place to a certain place. So number enumeration, what do you think you need to consider? There's decimal places. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then like look through it and just don't pay attention to the calculation yet. I mean, on your normal day you can learn and pay attention to the calculation. But for the purpose of learning to remember, I need you to get the vocabulary. I need you to get the vocabulary one straight up in the table. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So can you do that for me? Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Would it be difficult?
No.
That is not difficult. So please, learning to remember is not too difficult. Learning to remember is about being consistent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's what I want you to do for me. So draw the table and just write vocabulary TOS. I said TOS means what? A table of specification. Vocabulary TOS. Guess what? Apart from the vocabulary TOS, we said that there's one other thing we need to remember. That's what? Apart from the vocabulary, there's something that's the last one. That's what? The equality. There is the logic of equality in there. But we'll talk about it after we have mastered the vocabulary. Does that make sense? So let's draw and demarcate it into the 11. But draw it in such a way that you can have 11, like 9 words. You can squeeze 9 words inside. Someone call. Yes. So he needs a friend to help him. So I was working on the future. I know writing can sometimes be some way, but give me your best writing. But just so that you can be with that, or maybe when you go home, then do that for me, so that you know your loss. So right now I'm saying we are repeating this table. So repeat this table. But for where one is, we're going to write 9 vocabularies. So I'll give you one of the vocabularies from the number side. That's what? I said decimal word. Please, there's another one, SF. Who knows that? Yeah. So please, I just need 9 of those words for that particular side. Then you do it for each of them. It's not too difficult. I don't think about the maths of it. I said right now we are thinking about the word. Yeah, we are thinking about the word. Yeah, so this is a word attack. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's a subject attack. The subject attack splits the whole course into how many parts? The topic attack split the course into what? How many columns? 5. Now the vocabulary attack also split them into what? Like each of the boxes you provide how many? 9 vocabulary words. Then I said the last one, which is the number 1, that one deals with what? Equality. Does that make sense? And equality, what are we using to remember equality? Yeah. No. So, we are using the seesaw as the instrument of what? We are going to use the seesaw as the instrument of what? Instrument of equality. Give it up for her. Please, you will get to know it more about it in my next class. When I bring I think you have about 40, I might have to get 40 different of those BC papers. So each one of you have it. And and you will start. Now, when you get it, the first thing we do is we'll not just go straight to solving it. We'll just go straight to do what? We'll look at it from the subject attack, right? It means that each question you read is in how many parts? 90% of the question will be what? And just one part will be what? So you have to recognize that. Then we'll jump into the what? Topic what? Topic what? Yeah, topic attack. No, right now when you get a paper, you are no longer drawing the table. You are now doing what? Attacking. So we'll do the what? The topic attack. That means for each question we have to answer this question. Which part of the topic table is this coming from? Then we go on, okay, so for that part, okay, for this question, which vocabulary came out from this side? Does that make sense? Yes. So from this vocabulary, now what logic can we build from the seesaw? Because the seesaw will have it will have no, it will have you are confused by the words. No, but the equal sign will have a sign will have a numerator, and the other side will have its denominator. This side will have its what? Numerator. This side will have its denominator. There's going to be a relationship. That is what we are going to use to solve a lot of the problems. Please, I hope you are getting how it's like I'm building a city in your mind. Please, are you following me? Yes. It's like we are building the whole mass force into a whole city. Now you can walk through it and open doors. Does that make sense? Yes. So the first room, you open how many doors? 2. The second room, you open how many doors? 5. Yes, well, 5 or 4. 12. You can say 12, but in how many blocks? How many city blocks are we creating? We created how many city blocks of this? 5. And how many rooms are on each block? Some, no, therefore, some. How many are on each block? Some are, and some are, depending on how you are looking at it. Does that make sense? Then when you enter each room, how many vocabularies are living in there? 9. And there is one important center table. That's the what? Equality. Give it up for her. Yeah. Don't feel see. Like I'm saying, if you need to keep this city in your mind, the city we are building, you need to keep it in your what? Mind. Because the next time I come, I'll be walking through it. When you see the question, I'll let you take me on a tour through your mind. That's what we're going to do. So you will tour me and tell me, oh, say, here, for this question, okay, this is the number part, these are the word part, this is the vocabulary. You understand what I'm saying? Then you are opening the question. That is the format that we are going. I hope you are picking up on what we're doing. Yes. Have you learned like this before? No. Yeah, so like I'm saying, this particular way of learning is not learning to understand. We don't start this kind of learning where you are informed what? No. You don't start where you are informed. You don't start where you are informed one. Or even when you are informed, you start when you are informed, not even at the beginning of Form 3. You start when you are getting to the, when you have just say about what? Yes, about 3 months. Then you're like, okay, now I have learned a lot. Now it's time for me to start working on remembering. Does that make sense? Yes. So today we have developed this. So I'm thinking that the answer attack, this is the one that we're going to use to. This is our, someone would say, this is the machine gun, so to speak, that we are going to take into the battleground. So, but we need the what? We need a battleground. We need a battleground to apply to, right? So that is where we are at now. I'm going to get you one, but each of you will be entering this battleground. I'm going to bring one for each of you. That will be hopefully next what? Next Friday may not be possible, but maybe next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, all I need you is that you will create this table for all the courses. Can you do that? Can you do that for me? You can't do that. Oh, why? You can do it as a group. Okay, so let me put you in groups. Then the whole group does it. Okay. So those of you here, how about I'm putting you in one group, okay? And I need a group leader here. You work with your group members until I meet you on Wednesday. Okay? And you have the same breakdown of and the vocabulary. You can consult each other and fill that vocabulary table. It looks difficult, but all you need to do is just dedicate a few minutes. Just take the textbook like this and dedicate a few minutes to doing it. That's all. Does that make sense? So are you a group or do I add more? Are you good? Who's the group leader here? Would that be you? I'm who? Be the group leader. So how can you choose for yourself? Who are you choosing? I think that answer. So not be just take out the mantle. Like I said, you know what we need to create an attack. We are building fine with nothing too serious. Yes, so for the 10th one, good. She's asking about the 10th number for the other subjects. Right? That makes sense, right? But the other subjects, most of them are all words. If you want to see the 10th number, you have to pay attention to the what? You have to pay attention to what? The equal to sign. And you will see the equal to sign in social studies. But what word will you keep seeing? So give me one definition, something you define in social studies. Solution is the it has created the seesaw for you. So instead of pollution, if you put pollution here, what vocabulary will you put here to equal it? Does that make sense? There is one word you can put on the scale that will make it equal. What is it? Can you tell me? So pollution is, what one word can you put here? Of course, you won't draw the seesaw for the examiner. But that will be, that's how you are going to what? Bring back the what? Remembrance. So what one word do you assign pollution? What? Release. Okay, pollution. So release. Okay, that's how she will remember. What about you? Pollution. Introduction. Okay, so with pollution, you introduce. So you see, everybody, you don't all have the same set of words. But in your mind, you should be clear as to what exactly you are saying. Does that make sense? Yes. So can we do this, or you think it's a lot of work? Is it a lot of work? Is it a lot of work for you? You rather want to get some time to chill and just TikTok and WhatsApp. I understand you, but I'm saying, see, this is how many days? There is no playing with this. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You cannot be paying attention to the pollution is so and so. You already know those other words that are surrounding. You understand what I'm saying? When you sit in front of the paper, the question is, oh, for this course, this topic, what are the vocabulary sets? So for this definition, what other word can I put here to make it equal? Does that make sense? To make the seesaw balance, what word do I choose? This scale is what will help you to remember. Of course, once you remember it, you can now do what? Write it out. So on the exam day, it's like you are taking the examiner on a what? On a tour into your what? Your mental what? State. So right now, if you don't build that mental city on that day, you'll be looking for someone to enter their what? And will they allow you? No. That's the question. So my question to you now is, after considering all this, let's recap it and maybe we can end today. What says the time?
3:12.
3:12?
Yes.
Okay, so we are about wrapping to 3:20. So let's recap what we have done today. Today, what have we done? So group 1. What have we learned today? According to everybody, group 1, what have we learned today? Okay, let's another one. Oh, you have more ones, yeah. Yes, the words in the course influence your brain. Yeah. Finding the interconnection between the words and the numbers. Excellent, excellent. Please, let's clap for them. That's the good one. Yeah, so let's have this group. What have we learned today from the session here? 90% of words. So we have to pass. If you play with what? If you play with what, will you pass? So just play with it. Does that make sense? Just play with the words. Yes. Wow, wow. Give me that. Please. Oh, hello, sir. So the equality sign, it lives in your mouth. As you are talking with your friend, Charlie, what we will do? See, what are we going to do? What is the equal sign there? What are we going to do? So all of a sudden, it has created a seesaw. Question is, what? It means that you don't know the noun. You understand? What are we going to do? It means that you are expecting an action. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you decide that on this side of the equals and you paint it, what part of speech is that? If you decide to paint the noun, what part of speech is that? If you paint the noun, what part of speech is that? Yeah, so that's an adjective. Adjective simply means paint a noun. See, you are thinking too much. Don't think too much. The skill is to be able to break learning systems down to the simplest form that your mind can understand. Does that make sense? That is your power. Right now, that's your superpower you are sitting down. You have been using it every day. You have been using the equal sign in ways that even you yourself don't understand. Even when you go home and your mother asks you to pick, go and fetch water, and you take the bucket, how do you carry it? You carry it like this. You do this. Do you know what you're doing? You are telling your body that your body has now become the center of gravity, the equal part. So you are placing some weight here to balance this. So then what's the next year? Why you say no? It's all around us. It's here. It's in a sentence. It's in how you talk. It's in how you work. It's even in how you dance. It's even in how you dance. Everything. It's all there. Yeah, now she's exploring that. So it looks like we are playing, but if you pay attention, it's not a joke. Like, we're having fun, but it's no joke. In 90 days, all this laughing will come back to your memory. You have the paper and you remember, oh, this is what we said. Oh, okay. Now, I know that a lot of the words are appearing. Okay, we learned that we have to attack the vocabulary. Do you understand what we're saying?
Yes.
This is the build-up. So, I think you completed what you learned from me, right? What about this group? What have you learned today? What are leader? Please write your name. Break your words to remember. Please, any other thing that you learn? Any other thing that you learned today? Group 3. Group 3, anything that you learned today? So please, group 2, I need a group leader. Please, everybody. And if you are building it, I think most of you, your parents, you know your parents have been in contact, like been in touch with your parents. So you can use your parents' phone to send us pictures of what you are doing. Yes, yes. Where's the sheet, please? Where's the sheet? So we have 92 of you today. So can you come and put an So please, my last question is this. Please, my last question to you is this. What are you surprised by today? What have you learned that surprises you today? That's surprising. Let's start with group 3. What have you learned that surprises you today? Group 3. What has surprised you about learning today? Learning. The idea of learning. What have you learned about learning that you think will help you? Oh, that's a surprise. Please, are you with me? Please, are you with me? Can we sit down? Can we sit down, please? So what has surprised you about learning? Group 3. What has surprised you about? What have you added to the concept of learning? What have you added to the concept of learning? Yeah. Those at the back. What surprises you about the concept of learning? Learning to remember. What surprises you about the concept of learning to remember? Just one answer for that. Learning to remember. What surprises you about this concept of learning to remember? And that surprised you. Okay. Yes. What about group 2? What surprised you about learning? Learning to remember. What surprised you about the art of learning to remember? The auxiliary verbs, the power behind them, right? It also stands for the equals. And you can play along with it. Especially when you are given word problems. How many of you have been having difficulty with word problems? Yeah, so we'll be using auxiliary what? Verbs along that side. Then finally, what surprised you about the learning process? One, what surprised you about the learning process? Hello. What surprised you about the learning process? Yes, the fact that we can break sentences into mathematics. In fact, love for yourself. You can break one. So please, for the next 1 week, I need a table. When we come, we will start attacking the questions. From next Wednesday onto the BEC, we start attacking what? Question after question after question. So thank you very much for today's lesson. Yeah, so please feel free because hello. Each topic starts from form 1. Hello. Attention. Each topic starts from what? So feel free to you can get 3 of them from form 1, 3 from form 1, and another 3 from form 2. have to do it like that so that it spans the whole course. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you very much.